Okay, so practically just know that you can only have about 3 to 5 goals per child per year.
So, can you give us an example of a new homeschool mom who needs to set goals for her homeschool year? Let's say it's a mom who's okay, I'm just going to throw this out there. This is a new mom who's taking her child out of school. They've been in
Okay.
traditional public school for the first few years. They're entering third grade. That's a good round number, right? So
Yeah,
we'll just take a
sure.
third grader. And this mama with this third grader is going to start homeschooling for the first time, and so she's now like, okay, I need to set some kind of vision. I need to figure out what my atmosphere is going to look like, and now I need to set some goals. What would that look like for her? How does she do that practically?
Okay, so practically just know that you can only have about 3 to 5 goals per child per year. And I try to keep my limit to three myself because 3 kids, 3 goals, 9 things. We're already getting to a lot of things, right? And so then, look at your child and look at what their strengths and weaknesses are. And you really do need to look at both. And so when we look at let's start with weaknesses because those are kind of the easiest. Maybe you know that 9-year-old or that third grader doesn't have their multiplication facts memorized. And so it would just make their life a whole lot easier. This is a great gift you can give to your children is to help them memorize their multiplication
Yep.
facts or skip count. And so that's something you're going to focus on this year before you move into multiple digit multiplication. You're going to help them to memorize their math facts. And so you write a goal for that. That's something, maybe they're a great reader. They're reading 2 spaces above grade level. And so you don't have to worry about any of that stuff, but we really need to hone in on those
Hmm.
math facts. And so then when you write the goal, what you're not going to do, people talk about smarter goals, things being measurable and things like that. But you're not going to write the goal to say, well, by May of next year, Johnny is going to know all of his math facts. That's something else you have no control over because if
Right.
you've ever potty trained a toddler, you have way less control than what you think you
Right.
do,
Right.
right? So what you're going to do for the goal is you're going to say, we're going to practice math facts for 10 minutes a day, 5 days a week, or 4 days a week, or most days of the week, however it fits your personality and you want to write that. And
Gotcha.
then you come up with some really fun resources that you can use to help Johnny do that. And
Hmm.
that's the goal you're trying to meet. Because if you do that, if you practice those math facts for 10 minutes a day, 4 or 5 days a week, then when you get to May, very likely he's going to know all those math facts.
Yeah.
But make the goal about what you actually can control. And then I say also look at kids' strengths because we have this wonderful freedom as homeschoolers to be able to really give our kids a gift of learning towards the things that they're interested in. So if you have a kid that's interested in art and you have a kid that's really interested in music or maybe coding or something like that,
Hmm.
write a goal for the thing that they love to show them that you're giving some priority, you're giving to some weight to the things that they love to do. Because if you write a goal for something, that's the stuff that's going to get done. And what a gift you have to give them. And what does it say to them about the importance of what they enjoy that you're giving focus to it? So,
Yeah.
strengths and weaknesses.
Yeah, love that. Okay, so those are goals that mom is going to sit down with her kids and they're going to plan out their goals together. What about students setting goals for themselves? I mean, do you and I'm obviously that has to do with the age of the student. You're not going to
Yeah.
have a 4-year-old set goals for themselves. But as they get older, I think it's so good for kids to start taking ownership of their own education. And so this is what I've started doing more so with my oldest. She's 16. The last few years, I sat down with her and said, okay, what do you want to accomplish? Now
Yes.
she's finishing her 10th grade year. So now we're at okay, you've got 2 years left. What are we going to do in these next 2 years? So can you maybe tack onto that a little bit as far as helping our kids to create goals as well?
Yeah, it's just the same process, but you're just going to have the conversation with them.
Mhm.
So talk to them about the things that they want to do. Talk to them about, what are your weaknesses? What are the things that you enjoy doing? What's something that you think you're particularly good at that you would like to spend more time doing? What's
Yeah.
something that you wish you were better at? What's a skill do you, you think you need to have before you leave home and go off to either work or to college? And so it's just a matter of having that conversation and going back and forth with them and
Yeah.
then showing them how to narrow it down to just a few things, because their schedule can't fit 50 things in it
Right.
either, even if they
Yeah.
are independent. Yeah.
Yeah, that's so fun. I love goals. I love checklists. I live off of them. I would not survive without checklists.
Yeah,
They are
most
what keep me
definitely.
sane. Homeschool Insights is sponsored by CTC Math. If you're looking for a great online math program, visit ctcmath.com and try it for free. For more great homeschool inspiration and resources, listen to the Schoolhouse Rocked podcast every Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday.